Welcome to episode 7, Defendant number 9, in our ongoing series about the college bribery scandals. I'm Rachel Baird, and I'm joined by my co-host, Dan. Good evening, Dan.
Filling in for Ed.
Filling in for Ed, and we're in the heart of Litchfield right now, in front of a beautiful house in the background. Now, this story involves Felicity Huffman, who, no disclaimer required, she's already pleaded guilty to the charge. And her saga began back in the summer of 2017 when she was in contact with Rick Singer. And Rick Singer advised her to get extended time for her oldest daughter to take the SAT. Sure enough, she was able to get that extended time. Mark Ridell flew in from Tampa, Florida, took the SAT for the older daughter, and the older daughter scored a 1420 on the test, which was 400 points higher than the PSAT that she had taken previously. Mark Ridell was paid $10,000. The test administrator, Igor Dvorsky, was paid $10,000. And I don't quite understand this part of the story, but Felicity Huffman and her husband paid $15,000 to the Key Worldwide Foundation. It seems like Rick Singer came out a little behind in that. One interesting facet of this is when the daughter got extended time, Felicity Huffman emailed Rick Singer and the counselor at the high school. And the counselor at the high school said, "Oh, great, I can proctor the exam at the high school." And so then Felicity Huffman, and I'll quote her, contacted Rick Singer and said, "Ruh-roh, looks like my daughter's high school wants to provide own proctor. We must speak about it." And so the excuse was made that we don't want the daughter to miss any school, so this has to be done on a weekend. Therefore, the counselor can't proctor it, and it has to be proctored at the West Hollywood Testing Center, where Mark Ridell came in, where the test center administrator had been paid off, and where the test answers were corrected after the oldest daughter left. So maybe she didn't know about it.
Was the doctor, is there allegations that the doctors were in on this too, or the doctors were kind of scammed, they were kind of pretended that they needed, you know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because let's assume that these kids, and we'll focus on Felicity Huffman's older daughter, all through school had not needed extended time. Usually students are placed in special education. There's a federal law that pertains to that. There are planning and placement team meetings. There's a whole set of safeguards in place for students who need this extra time and extra services. And it doesn't seem like these kids qualified for that before this.
Right.
So as a doctor, I don't care what is being told to you, don't you wonder what's going on?
Right, why suddenly is there a need for an accommodation for this one test when there hasn't been a pattern of it building up over years? So, or
are the doctors pressured by the status and finances of the parents who come requesting this for their kids?
Right.
So this worked out so well for the older daughter that Huffman approached Rick Singer with regard to her youngest daughter to repeat the same thing, and there were some conversations that occurred, and we have the transcript of those conversations in an affidavit prepared by Special Agent Lori Smith of the FBI, and we're going to reenact these conversations that were recorded. The first one being on October 23rd, 2018, and all of these pertain to the younger daughter.
And
Rick Singer.
I get to play Rick Singer today.
And I'm going to be Felicity Huffman, as we all know, of Desperate Housewives fame.
So I guess I start.
Okay.
Okay, great. So I also just want to let you know that the guy who took the test for your daughter, Mark.
Yeah.
He just had a baby.
Oh.
I assume that means his wife.
It's pretty amazing. You'd think she would have said more than all.
Right. So so I need to give him at least 3 weeks notice if you want to take the test. Want us to take the test for your daughter in December.
Okay. So that takes us to like November something. Okay. I won't know until she takes the practice test of when we should take it. I mean, unless you want to play it safe and do it in March.
Well, the next test date would be February, so let's try to plan for December.
Okay, so further conversations go on about this. The next conversation occurs on November 12th, 2018.
Okay, great. Okay, so then the question I have for you, because what I'm not sure is, I know she's preparing with a tutor. Is she
Uh-huh.
going to make that with her extended time at her school, or are we going to do like we did with your older daughter, where
Mark Ridell.
where Mark?
We're going to do it like we did with my older daughter.
Okay, so Mark will take the test for her, and for her at Igor's place, the West Hollywood Test Center. So
Yes.
because I'll need to do the paperwork for that, and you're okay with that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, all right. So then we get closer to that point, and maybe I'll have it done over the next week or so.
Yeah.
The paperwork, we'll set that up to move forward.
Okay, now my only thing, Rick, is sorry, it's loud in here. I'm outside. Oh, we didn't plan. But is that, I'm pretty sure we are doing it the same way as with my older daughter. I'm pretty sure with my younger daughter that she's going to want to take it twice no matter what.
Okay.
So do we do it twice then?
Well, that's good. Well, how about this? Let's do it this way. Why don't we work to get a first score, and then we already have a baseline? Because what happens is, if she takes it and doesn't do well the first time,
Yeah.
then we can only go up a certain amount of time the second time.
Yeah, no, I totally figured that. I just know that no matter what, she's so academically driven.
Okay.
That no matter what happens, even if we go, this is a great score, that she'll go, I really want to take it again.
Okay.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. So I thought then she'll just take it twice in that, the West Hollywood Test Center, or whatever that place was.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, so
All right.
So I'm going to talk to Igor and Mark, and confirm that we can get a March test date on that Saturday.
Great.
I just need for you to I just need to get Igor confirmed that that we can use his site.
Okay.
And I need to get Mark confirmed that he can fly in and take the test for your daughter, so that then I can make sure that they're available.
Next conversation was on December 12th, 2018, and there was confirmation that another $15,000 would be paid for the younger daughter to have her test corrected by Mark when he flew in from Tampa to the West Hollywood Testing Center.
Yeah, so I guess the question for both of you guys is, are we going to do this similarly that we did with your older daughter, where the younger daughter will take the test at the West Hollywood Test Center?
Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I think we are.
Oh, okay. Same exact. So she'll take the test at the West Hollywood Test Center. Mark will be the proctor. We will ensure that we get a score that will be in the 14s or higher, because we want to achieve the schools we want to get to. Correct?
We're talking about Georgetown, places like.
Yeah. So we'll need to be mid-14s to 15 to be solid. That's out of 1600. So that means that she'll score in the 700s in each category. Okay, and then so are we again, just like we did this, just so that I can make sure the financial part is all squared away, then we will send you an invoice for $15,000, and and that'll be all taken care of. Are we okay with the financial side of the actual operational side of it?
Cool.
Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so what I'll do is we'll do the paperwork and get everything accomplished in February, so that the test can be sent to the West Hollywood Center. And then Felicity, my guess is you'll have a conversation. The school may have a conversation with you, and they'll just say, essentially what we're going to do is say, my older daughter took the test, took the exam here. We don't want to miss any school. We're just going to take it over the weekend, and we're very comfortable with the process, because we've already done it once before and it worked out really well.
That's
okay.
Do we want 2 days? Oh, let me just clarify. Felicity Huffman's spouse, who is not charged with anything, now joins in the conversation, and I will play the part of the spouse as well. Felicity Huffman's spouse then comes in and says, do we want 2 days? And then Felicity says, better for her to take it over 2 days. I think it is.
Well, at this point, Felicity, it doesn't matter because we're going to get a score.
Her spouse says, I understand that.
But it's up to you, how you want to do it, this in her head.
The spouse says she'll score higher, just her base score will be higher if we did it over 2 days. And so does it sound like Felicity Huffman's spouse thinks that the daughter's really going to take the test? Because the way he's saying over 2 days makes it seem like he thinks nobody's going to correct it.
I can't tell if he kind of just like walked into the room or, in other words, if he was there for the whole conversation,
right,
he knew exactly what's going on.
Okay. I mean, what would it matter if you have 2 days or 1 hour if somebody's going to come in and correct the test for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Final conversation on February 13th, 2019. Felicity, and this is very close to the date when all this broke in the news, was, I believe, March 10th or 12th of 2019. So by this time, Rick Singer has already become a government witness. All these phone calls are being recorded by Rick. They don't need a wiretap anymore because he's in on it helping the FBI. And Huffman, Felicity Huffman, expresses concern about the plan they've made for the younger daughter because she thinks if the daughter's SATs are too high, somebody will suspect cheating. Okay, I'm going to start. Hey, thank you so much for calling. My spouse gave me the update that she'll take the test March 9th at her high school, and then we will plan it again for May.
Because she said she wanted to take it twice, well, a couple of times anyway.
Yup.
So the goal, because we got to get, based on the schools that she thinks she wants to go to, we're going to have to get her a 1,400 plus.
Yes.
So I don't know what she will get the first time on her own. Hopefully she kicks ass and, it's a moot point. But that's what we're going to need to do.
Okay, and what I need to do to facilitate that switch?
So, we'll do the paperwork for that in mid-April or beginning of April.
Okay. And the tutor gave her that practice test, and as I said to you, she came in at around 1,200, and she said, but I think, we can bring that.
Well, we can go 14.
Yeah, we can bring that up. But I just didn't know if it'd be odd for the tutor if we go, oh, she did this in March 9th, but she did so much better in May. I don't know if they'd be like, if the tutor would be like, wow.
Well, the tutor's just going to do her job, and so, I don't think she gets well engaged in that kind of world.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry about that.
Ultimately, Huffman decided not to engage Rick Singer to assist her daughter in cheating on the test. Okay, well, thank you for joining us for episode 7, defendant number 9, Felicity Huffman. Is it?
Oh,
yep,
it's recording. Yeah. All right, there we go.
How do I start again? Just say.
Episode 7.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Live. Recorded. From Litchfield.
Some dramatic lighting in this.
Why does it do that?
It keeps changing.
It did that at the
and
lake,
light, yeah.
too.